If you're still doing these exercises at the gym, you might be wasting your time completely. Here are some of the most overrated exercises that people are still swearing by.
The most overrated exercise for biceps, in my view, is the standing overhead cable curl. Put simply, this is just a flexing position. And to be honest, I don't know where it came from, right? But it will offer you zero benefit for muscle growth. Now, the second most overrated exercise for biceps, preacher curls. You wouldn't do a bicep curl in a horizontal position, okay? But with the preacher curls, you're in that horizontal angle for about 50% of the time. So all that load just becomes stacked into your forearm, right? You get very little stretch at the bottom, and there's really only minimal value at the top of the movement, which is pointless because by that point, your bicep isn't actually activated anymore, right? Let's talk about triceps. By far the most overrated exercise to do are dumbbell kickbacks. My advice, just do not do these under any circumstances. And I would go as far as to say they are a complete waste of time. The reason for this is because the angle of the dumbbell means that most of the movement is just coming from the joint. So with that said, the most overrated exercise that you can do for your chest is the barbell bench press. Although the bench press might seem like the OG of chest movements, right? It has a couple of major flaws. The first is that it locks your arms and your shoulders into a set angle. And if you haven't created that kind of good muscular balance across your rear delts and your upper back, it's actually going to eventually screw your shoulders up. And I can speak about that firsthand. The second problem is that you can't really get the depth in the range of motion, okay? Because the barbell basically hits your chest. The most overrated exercise for your back is the dumbbell pullover. And if you're not an advanced lifter, you're probably going to engage your chest in the exercise, and that will really hinder your focus to get into your lats, which is what you're meant to do. Not only that, it's quite an awkward setup, okay? It's a little bit dangerous when you get the dumbbell up, especially when it gets particularly heavy, in case it actually falls on your face, right? The most overrated exercise that you can do for your legs, barbell squats. Now, with this exercise, the risk to reward ratio just isn't there. Now, perhaps I'm speaking from my own bad experience, right? But one thing is for sure, barbell squats is an exercise that requires skill. And when you do an exercise that requires a high level of skill, with the need to progressive overload with the weight, you're going to put that into your spine, and it's not worth it for most guys.